Yo, what is poppin'? It's your boy Mr.BandClap, and we in the building with another short video. What's good, y'all? Before I get started with this, I have a special announcement that I would like to make. At the beginning of my videos, I always talk about Spiritual Ascension University, and I talk about the shadow work class that I have on there. Shout out to Melanie, the Spirit Doula, and all of those good people over there at Spiritual Ascension University. So right now, I'm pleased to announce we have a very, very special event coming up on October the 3rd of 2021. Sister Myra, she is a very, very world-renowned speaker, lecturer, spiritual teacher. Sister Myra, she's been around teaching and stuff like that way back in the days of Bobby Hemmett. You know, when Bobby Hemmett was doing lectures, and a lot of our golden age spiritual teachers was out there doing their thing. So I'm pleased to announce Sister Myra, she has a lecture that will be live on the Spiritual Ascension University platform, and it's going to be called the Spiritual Counterattack. This is going to be on Sunday, October the 3rd at 12 p.m. You all do not want to miss this power-packed lecture. I've had the pleasure of being a part of Sister Myra's lecture that she did not too long ago, and it was very long and it was very powerful. Like, I had to go back 2 or 3 times to catch things that I didn't catch the first time. So I'm pleased to announce as well that you know, since I'm a teacher, I'm a faculty member of the platform, I got a special code. So if you want 10% off for this event that's going on, I want you to type in BandClap, BandClap, as your promo code, and you will get 10% off of this very, very dope presentation. So if you all are interested in that, I will have the link below so that you can be a part of this history in the making. You know, we don't really have a lot of our old school teachers that's still alive and they're still kicking, they're still doing things. That's why I'm so happy when you have people like Pharaoh said that. You still got Brother Panic still doing his thing. You have Phil Valentine still coming out doing videos and stuff like that. But every time that we get one of our greats, you know, we gotta show them some love while they still here, while they still got the knowledge and all of that. So I can't wait. I hope to see you all there. All right. So now that I've gotten that out the way, on my channel, I'm always giving you all different pathways, different measuring systems to help you to get closer to your inner child. I have a Getting to Know Your Inner Child series that is one of my most popular podcasts on my channel, and that's where my shadow work class stemmed from. And when I do these shadow work classes live on Spiritual Ascension University, I'm always showing you a different measuring system to help you to get to know your inner child. So for all of you all who are students, if you attended the last time that I taught this class live, I was talking about using the Kaballah and using the Tree of Life and the Kaballah to help you on your shadow work journey and getting to know your inner child. So I'm pleased to announce, from starting from my last couple readings on out, I'm gonna add that to my Everything is Everything readings. We already talk about a lot of information as it is. So now if you get an Everything is Everything reading, we're gonna be breaking down how the Kaballah and how the Kaballah applies to your life. And we do this through your soul urge and through your life path. So, as an example of this, a very, very well-known soul family member of mine, she's been a soul family member of mine for a while now. She got a part 2 of the Everything is Everything reading, and I showed her how a lot of the things in the Kaballah, a lot of the things in the Kaballah, not only do these things help her to understand more of the things that she's going to be going up against while she's on her journey, and this also confirms a lot of the other things that we talked about. So I talk about so much how once you learn who you are, that's when you can truly start to have fun. That's when you can truly start to look at a lot of these things as the fun roadmaps that they were meant to be. And you don't got to take things so seriously all the time. It's only when you don't know who you are when you really got to be on your P's and Q's. You really got to be serious, because you don't understand how to pinpoint different things, different negative things happening into your life, because you don't know who you are. So in this clip, we were able to break down how so many things, so many spiritual tools can be used to give you a roadmap of what is it that your inner child is trying to express. Because in this life, we're on this day-to-day hustling, working day and night, and most of the things that we do in our day-to-day have nothing to do with our soul mission. It has nothing to do with our life path. It just solely has to do with survival. No one wants to be homeless. No one wants to be out here on the street. No one wants to have to depend on people. We all want to be independent. We all want to be able to take care of ourselves and take care of our families and things like that. So it's so easy to disregard what is it that my soul uniquely came here to do, something that only I can do, something that a change that I was sent here to make in this world, and only I can make that change. We can be so wrapped up in this mundane life that some of us we don't even think about that. We don't even think about how that we don't even think about that. And sometimes you can go almost your whole life. You can go almost your whole life doing nothing that has to do with your soul journey. And if you stay on that road until death, you will have to reincarnate until you can get that right. So luckily and fortunately, we got so many measuring systems. We got so many things that are here that you can use to help to gauge those type of things, and also to give you some insight on those type of things. So in this clip, you're going to hear me and this soul family member of mine that has gotten a reading. I'm going to be showing her how she can use her soul urge, her life path, and the Kaballah to discover more things about herself and more things about her soul journey that she may or may not even knew starting out. So I hope you all learned something from this. If you all would like a Everything is Everything reading from me, or if you would like to take advantage of the $25 card readings that I'm doing for a limited time, I will be posting on Instagram and on my Facebook when that sale stops. But go to my website, www.bandclaptv.com. Also, if you would like to join my shadow work class, you can go on there and do that as well. And if you want to watch my full on point Orisha Tarot videos, as well as my podcast and rant videos, after they're taken down from YouTube and before they're even posted on YouTube, join my Patreon at www.patreon.com/BandClapTV. All right, that's my short. I hope you all enjoyed this and have a very, very productive rest of your week. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Okay.
So now you know if you're doing if you're getting readings from someone who does traditional tarot readings and they pull out the strength card, whatever comes after and before that strength card, it has to do directly with your life path.
Okay.
So they're giving you a tool to use. So when you're giving yourself a reading or you're getting a reading from somebody and that strength card comes up, you know that this is something about your life path.
Okay.
So you get strength. Remember when I was talking about, how Scorpio, they don't have no limits. You know, they like to experience to the max.
Yeah.
And also how your name means life. And we know when we talk about this tree of life, the life part is on the white side. And then the darker side, that's more of the inner. That's more of the inner type of thing.
Okay.
You know, your inner feelings, things that you go through on a inner level. So that's the reason why this severity, or this Deborah, this severity, the more dark times, because remember I was talking about how a lot of people who have primordial essences, the more dark things that they go through and they get that strength and that wisdom, it makes them very powerful, and it gives you that ability to show mercy, because it's like you can see somebody going through something and then they might end up doing something out of turn or something like that, and now you can show mercy because you can understand where they're coming from. You can understand, once upon a time maybe you was in that situation and you wish somebody would have showed mercy to you.
That's how I am.
So you're seeing, I'm showing you how even no matter where I go, I can go to the Kaballah, I can go to the hieroglyphs, I can go to anything. As long as everything is everything, it's all gonna make sense.
Yeah.
So the things that you're gonna go up against, because there's a Kaballah version, because chesed is mildness. It's funny because you're gonna see how even this connects with your name. Because remember when splash means to spread, to open up, and it means sheet of paper.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking about how when you didn't know yourself, and probably when you was a lot younger, you would spread yourself thin like a sheet of paper. You would be too open. You was too open.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me why the Kaballah version of this outness, that's literally what it says. It says the Kaballah of chesed is the divine force that spreads so far and thin that it breaks due to its own weakness.
Oh, wow.
This Kaballah represents the misguided and imbalanced love which exhausts and ultimately suffocates its object with its borderless benevolence and tenderness.
Oh.
So this is you in the past. You was too nice. You was too nice, and you would spread yourself so thin, and you would break, and people would say that it's your fault.
Yeah.
So all of those things that you went through was to teach you about how to truly be mild without spreading yourself too thin.
Okay.
It's a balance. And so on a solar level, though, remember you're a life path, or you're a soul urge 7. Is that correct? Yeah, soul urge 7. So when you look at the 7th Sephirah, so now we kind of see where your inner child is going to be doing the most at. It say you be doing the most.
Yeah.
No, I say have you heard that saying, like people be doing the most?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the part of your body where your inner child is going to be the most active at.
Okay.
So you see 7, which is victory, which is Venus. You see that 7, that victory,
Mhm.
and then you see that 6 under it.
Yeah.
So you got the Venus. Venus equals 6, and then remember at the top you had the number 4, which was your life path, and then you had Jupiter equals 3.
Mhm.
So when we go to your natal chart and we look at where Jupiter is in your chart, so you have Jupiter in the 4th house and it's in Scorpio. So one of the biggest things, like and we was talking about this yesterday, and I didn't even pull up this information just yet. So it's crazy how even this goes back to what I was saying. You will not only feel empowered, but you will empower others. The fact that you're able to show so much mercy in your mindset, because that's what the 3rd house is, your mindset. You will empower others the way you're able to be so merciful, still so spiritually open with your mindset amidst all of the Scorpio issues that you went through in your childhood growing up. You get that?
Yeah, I'm here.
But yeah, so So now you see how all of these things has to do with your life path. So when it comes to your soul urge, remember when I was talking about there's a certain part of your body. So that certain part of your body that you're going to see that's going to be, that your inner child is going to do the most in is going to be your solar plexus. When certain things are going on, like you feeling certain inklings or you feeling certain things, whether it's you feel like something is about to go wrong or something is about to go right or whatever, do you feel anything in your solar plexus that kind of gives you that kind of inkling or whatever?
When I was younger, like in middle school, and I would sneak out the house, I would literally ask myself, will I get caught? And if I got a feeling in my stomach, I would know that I'm getting caught.
So that gut feeling.
Yeah, I always went with the gut feeling.
Wow.
Because I noticed that every time I got caught, I had a feeling in my stomach, so I just started tuning into that, and it was always right.
Yep, there it is. So this game piece right here is kind of interesting, because when you look at the mercy part, the chested part, right under that you see the wheel of fortune.
Okay.
And that wheel of fortune, it goes straight to that victory.
Yep.
So it's pretty much telling you that you know, you getting to know your inner child is gonna give you such an advantage.
That's what I'm currently doing.
Yeah, it's gonna give you such an advantage because you're trying to do this the hard way. As you can see, opposite from victory, you got glory. And look at all of those tarot cards that you got to go through before you get to victory.
Okay.
You got the devil card going up to beauty. You got the tower card going up to temperance, and then you got the death card that has to happen after beauty, and then the sun card, the star card to reinforce the tower moment, and then you get to victory.
How many tower? Oh yeah, never mind. I know the answer to that question. I was like, how many tower moments do I have to have? But until I fully get it, I'm gonna keep having them.
Yep, because this victory, again, it has to be rooted in something that this world didn't get to you. So
right.
That's why you have to go through all these things, because it's like as soon as you be like, oh well, it was because of this person that I got through this, or it was because of me being in this particular environment that I got through it, or if it was because of this money, or it was because of this thing that I acquired, and that's what got me through it. So it's like every time you're putting something other than yourself in the forefront, that person is going to turn into the devil, you know, just to show you like, yo, you know, don't put your trust in man, because man will fail you every time. You know, that's not the reason why you got to do this. You know, and then your environment, if you feel like it's your environment or your job or whatever that's keeping you right or whatever, that's gonna turn into a tower moment. Now my job gone, my environment is messed up, so now you can't blame that for the reason why you're spiritually the way you are or whatever. And then after these death and these devil tower experiences happen, you get to that rock bottom, which is the foundation. You get to the rock bottom, and you see that it was really my ancestors, it was really me, my spirit team, you know, it was my higher self. And then that's when the sun comes out and the stars come out, and then you truly start to see the victory.
I think that's what's happening to me now.
Really?
Yeah, because now I really trust the divine now. It's really crazy. Because at first I used to say I trusted, but then I would be worried, so that means I didn't trust them fully. But now it's different. Well, I trust them now because it's proven that they always come through.
Yep.
Literally.
Shoot, you done went through so much death experiences, so much devil people that you done defeated, so many tower moments that you done survived from to get that victory. And it's funny, you said that you got the gut feeling, you know, the gut feeling, because what is the gut? What sign is over the gut? What zodiac sign is?
The zodiac sign over the gut. Hold on. Virgo?
Yep.
Okay. You know what? I'm sorry. I just cheated. Because when you said that, I literally have a book in my passenger seat called Your Body and the Stars that I barely read. And when you said that, I said, wow.
So, yeah. So every time that you love yourself and you love yourself so much, you're always self-improving. You're always making sure that your body and your spirit is in tip-top shape.
That's what I'm doing nowadays, yeah.
And when we talk about victory, who is the goddess of victory?
Me. That's not like,
Nike. Did you know that? Yeah. Nike is the goddess of victory.
Okay.
And
I didn't think Nike was a goddess.
Yeah. and a very powerful goddess as well. She's a goddess of beauty, but she's also a goddess that's a warrior. Like she's a warrior goddess. She's kind of another manifestation of Oya in a way, because Oya is a warrior goddess.
Okay.
I would urge you to look more into the goddess Nike, and because he's an Egyptian goddess.
More into Nike? I feel like I'm stuck because okay, I've been into Lilith lately and Akasha, but then I watched your Leah video earlier, and you said that she had to go through Lilith first to get to Akasha. I said, okay, that must be what's going on there. You know what you're saying?
Do you remember what life path of Leah was?
7?
7, yes.
Okay.
Well, 7th house, that's Mayat. You know, that's the divine librarian. You know, that is Akasha. It's also Obanani.
Oh, that's funny because my Libra.
You said you're what?
My daughter, she's a Libra. Before she came, her name was said in my aunt.
Wow, see? And that sounds
where I got that name from. I say it literally just came to me. Like,
yup.
Really
So that sounds like a very powerful goddess.
Yeah. A girl told me that. She said that's a really powerful name.
Your biggest thing is going to be to make her feel like it's the most beautiful name, it's the most powerful name, because her people at school and stuff like that, they may make fun of her because they wish deep down inside they had a powerful name. They don't know what their name means.
Right.
So yeah, I really feel like we should teach our children this, so when they get our age, they're not dumbfounded and they don't know.
Yeah.
So,
am I supposed to be having a lot of kids?
You said what?
Am I supposed to be having a lot of kids? I know that's a free will thing. But,
I mean, production. What I was saying about life, your name means life.
Because I really want about 10. So
your name means life, even though Scorpio moon, the Scorpio represents it can be life or death, transformation. And you go through a transformation every time you get pregnant and have a child.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So you might be the person that feels every time that you're going through that transformation, like it make you feel some type of way on the inside.
I like being pregnant.
I felt that. So this is the thing, it's 7th Sephirah. This talks about victory has to be understood as the triumph over the opposing forces which were still imminent in the Chesed Sephirah and are fully expressed in the 7th Sephirah now.
Okay.
So what that means is when you overcome those opposing forces, when you overcome those opposing people, places, and things in your spiritual journey, it's almost like your inner child is like this person that keeps score. And it's like every time you reach a higher level, it's like your inner child is coming with these new abilities and these new gifts and stuff to give you, so you can keep.
And she also celebrates. I feel like that's how she celebrates. She's like, oh, here's something else.
Yep. So it has to end up being a mutual type of thing, because in a lot of ways it might seem like your inner child is here to do some type of business, because Oya is a business goddess. It's kind of like you're contracted for business. You're contracted for business, and it's almost like one of the things to where it's like, okay, I don't care what happens to this meat suit. I just need to get this mission done so I can get on up out of here and transform.
That's how I felt, but now I feel bad because I got kids. But as long as I speak up through to them being like at least 18, I'll be okay.
Now, since you understand about what your inner child is and what she's trying to convey, so now it's time for you to be a CEO. Be like, look, there's another consciousness that's in this meat suit that needs to have a good life as well. It's so easy for our souls to kind of disregard our bodies, because it's almost like, all right, we gotta do this whether you want to or not. So I really don't care what happens to your body, but you're finishing your mission. Like, you're finishing your soul mission. It's like when you get to know your inner child, it's almost like, even though it's a child, it's really an old soul that's living in this meat suit. And this meat suit also has a consciousness. It also has a ego and all of these type of things. And it has to be balanced.
That's what I'm working on. Because
if you go too far just trying to do your soul mission, and you go too far down the rabbit hole, you'll run yourself mentally crazy.
I know.
Yeah, you'll run yourself mentally and psychologically crazy, and physically crazy.
I caught myself.
Because at the end of the day, you've been placed in this world for a reason. You're in this world for a reason. Like, the difference between Oya and Oshun, Oya, she'll work like Rihanna. When it's time for her to enjoy the fruits of her labor, she's too tired. A lot of times Oyas will work like their whole life. They'll work their whole life building this grand conglomerate or whatever, being the ultimate businesswoman. And it's like when she finally got the money and the business and the multi-million-dollar company and it's investing in the stock market, all of her business dreams came true. But now, you know, she's too old to be in a meaningful relationship. It's hard for her to have kids.
Mm-hmm.
She's damn near, her energy is damn near depleted. So, you know, she wouldn't even live that long on the other side, you know, enjoying the fruits of her labor. Versus Oshun, you know, Oshun, she's gonna do her mission no matter what. Even if she decides to go into the forest and hang with the baby issue and look at enjoying every bit of the journey, you know, she might veer off, have some relationships, have some children, you know, do all this stuff. But she knows at the end of the day, she still got to do her mission. They leave a lot more fulfilled than the Oyas a lot of times, because at least they got some childhood innocence in them where they're able to go and create their own world on the other side.
Okay.
So that's the biggest thing. It's all about enjoying the journey. So the Khalifah version of this that you got to watch out for, this is your shadow self. So you have your soul, and then you got your shadow self. So, so your shadow self, this talks about two opposing forces of nature without the influence of wisdom and mildness. So this is you being too shrewd of a person, and and there's no room for mildness or no influence of wisdom.
I forgot what shrewd means.
Have you seen Four Colored Girls?
No.
Well, just a synopsis. There was this character that was played by Janet Jackson, and she pretty much represented everything I just said. She was a very shrewd businesswoman. She was very hardcore. She was Janet Jackson is a beautiful woman, but there was nothing feminine or sexy about her character. Like she had this real resting bitch face. She was mean, but she was rich. She had the life that most women would dream of, even though they didn't know that deep down her husband was actually gay.
You said her husband was gay? Yeah,
her husband was, this is a Tyler Perry movie, so it gotta be some stupid shit in the movie. But, the husband was gay, he had AIDS, and he gave it to her.
I think I did hear this movie.
Mm-hmm. That's what this Khalifa shadow self can do. This shadow self, keeps you from seeing your soul for what it really is. It thwarts you from being on the right path as far as, what your soul, wants to express.
Okay.
And, if creation starts to produce life as carelessly as it is prepared to destroy it, again, we shall see this demon unfold. That's talking about producing things that you don't care for.
Okay.
This is another reason why the pregnancy and stuff like that is very important to you.
Okay.
You learned a lot of mistakes from doing that carelessly.
Yes, I did.
This is what your inner child wanted to teach you, so that, you ever get into that heat mode or whatever, and you get with a dude and y'all have sex, at least you're protected. At least you're not all the way into it where you're not like, yo, you got a condom? Let me get this plan B. We know the dark side of Oya. This is the dark side of Oya with no mildness and wisdom in sight. And mildness and wisdom is Eshu. That's what the baby Eshu represents, mildness and wisdom. So when Oya has no mildness and wisdom in sight, and she's just super, super chaotic, she'll destroy any and everything.
Yes.
We see it all the time. Wayward Oyas destroying their own children.
Okay.
There was this lady on the news. She's in prison. She's in prison right now because she shot her baby son to death because she thought he took her memory card.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen that recently, and I was thinking, like, well, what was that really about? Like, I don't know.
And then there was another video of this lady in New York. Like, she was just standing at the bus stop, and all of a sudden, this woman with this white car pulled up on her and just shot her. Just shot her close range in the head and then walked off.
Wow.
These are all characteristics that you will possess or that you possess, and these characteristics come out when you're acting in your shadow self.
Yeah, because when I'm mad, I get real crazy. Like, really crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So my Lilith is crazy, so that explains it.
So, I just wanted to add those things in there as well. And it's something new that I'm adding to my readings now. Because people need to know about the Cabal, and people need to know about the Khalifah and how it directly affects their life.
Yes.
And, a part of my Life Path 11 is to come up with revolutionary measuring systems to help people in their spiritual journey.